Hello, everybody. This is Terrell, Derelius. I am back with another movie review, and I lied once again, and I apologize. I'm sorry. Judas and the Black Messiah is coming. I'll try to have it out on Saturday at the very earliest when the movie releases for people that don't got the resources tomorrow. Today's movie is going to be another 90s movie, a retro movie, a movie by Quentin Tarantino called Reservoir Dogs. And it's basically about how six people are trying to rob some big diamond heist, some big crazy place, but the job backfires immensely, and it takes place before the job and what happens after the job. This is one of Tarantino's earlier films and everything, and I decided to give it a watch and everything. And quite honestly, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's good, just like Pulp Fiction. And this is my review on it. So the movie basically begins, like I mentioned before, how it stars six people. They're about to go on perhaps the biggest job of their life, and just as when things go smooth, things go wrong. And the six people include Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Pink, Mr. Orange, Mr. Blue, and Mr. Brown. And the job goes way too wrong, as not only does Mr. Brown and Mr. Blue gets killed, but Mr. Orange is seriously injured. And what I liked about the movie was the fact is that Quentin Tarantino did not care about the setting. Like, this movie is definitely dark as ever, because throughout the entire movie we see how some of the people's background was like before they was even approached to do this job. And I think Quentin Tarantino did a good job directing, as everyone was crazy in their own different way. And to be honest, I thought Mr. Blonde was the craziest character out of all. Like, him about to kill a police officer by setting him on fire, that is some psychotic mess. Mr. White, he's as savage as ever, killing two cops just like that. And I could not believe by the fact that Mr. Orange was the one who was the informant. I thought it would be Mr. Blonde, because during the scene where freaking Mr. White and Mr. Pink are arguing, Mr. Blonde joins the building, comes in the building, and I just thought that he was the informant because of the way he was just talking and acting. But only to find out that later on that Mr. Blonde was actually a real OG. He didn't snitch. He did 4 years for the nice guy's father, Joe, and he got out. What I really wanted to see more was perhaps all of the characters' background, but I see why they didn't do that, because it would have taken too long and it really wasn't all that important, because half of them were dead. And what I did like about the movie was the music choice that Quentin Tarantino added. There wasn't that much music in here, but the music that was added was really nice to see. Like the I Got Your song when the cop was getting beat up and everything, that was a real perfect choice, to be honest. And the ending itself was, I'm not going to say I was disappointed. I'm not even going to say it shocked me, but the ending itself was just shit. Life happens. I expected everybody to get killed, but Mr. Pink, I would say that he was perhaps the most sneakiest out of all of them, because he technically never told him where the diamonds were at. All he said was that he had them stashed at a secret location. So he got away. And if I were to expect what happened after this movie was over, I would have expected that Mr. Orange would have definitely went to jail, because he technically did join and everything, and he was a part of a few people getting killed. Mr. Pink would have probably gotten away for all that. My favorite scenes was definitely Mr. Pink's scenes, as the way he was getting away and all that kind of stuff. he did a lot to get away, and I understand why. Like the fact that he got hit by a car, shot at a couple of officers, and was able to like get away without getting shot at anything, that is mind blowing. And like I said before, I was actually really surprised that Mr. Orange turned out to be the freaking undercover informant, but I didn't find anything bad about this movie, as I have seen about half of these movies now, according to Tarantino's. The only movies that I haven't seen are freaking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Django Unchained, and a couple of them more. And if I were to rate this movie out of like 5 stars, I would say this is definitely like a 4 out of 5, because it was a cool movie. And like I said before, Judas and the Black Messiah, that's coming. And this is basically the end of my review. I know this was a short review, but this movie really wasn't that bad. It's not even bad. It's really good, to be honest. That is my opinion. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. And until next time, bye-bye.